Today, I'm going to be talking about journals, hacking them, making yours, doing the best revisions to them you can, so you get the most value and usage out of them. I'm going to tell you some of my favorite hacks. So, my first hack is putting page numbers on them, and that is as simple as just writing pages in the bottom corner. Now, what I do is I like to only put one page number per individual sheet. And so I will go 1, 2, 3. And the reason I'll do this is so that I can cut it out and I can scan. And if I'm using a heavy pen and it bleeds through, I don't have to worry about the back side of the page, the ink running through. So similar to page numbers, my second hack is I add a table of contents. And so this little journal right here has 82 pages. One of them has been used as my table of contents, and so it has 81. And so between the front and here, I wrote in 81. Side note, when I'm writing it, I may use a piece of paper right there to get it straight. After table of contents, I like a pen loop. So I like somewhere where I can hold my pen. In this case, I made this out of a piece of fabric, and I sewed it and glued it on the back. If you don't want to use fabric, you can also use elastic. And my next hack that I like is using index cards. Instead of having to rip a sheet out, or if you are running out of space and you want to continue a thought there, what you can do is in that back pocket, you just put in some index cards. Next is sticky notes. I really like having sticky notes. So if I need to add a temporary tab, or if I want to continue a thought, I can use those sticky notes. Another feature that I like to add is extra ribbon. So let's say that I have instructions on one page and a phone number on another. I'm taking notes somewhere else. So all I do is on the back, I use 2 pieces of tape. I tie a knot in the ribbon. I put a piece of tape here, and then I put a second piece of tape over the knot. And so then I'm able to have multiple ribbons. I use a few different colors. So the black ribbon is what came with this. I also use a blue. And then I also use a white. Then an additional hack would be adding tabs. And those tabs can be done with Scotch tape and a piece of paper. And so an example is this. So you could have your to-do list, you could have your notes, you can have ideas, and you just add those there. Then my next hack would be labeling the spine when you're done. So I don't label it while I'm using it, but when I'm done, I'll put a piece of paper and I'll do packing tape, and I'll use that. The next hack, I call it a C-clip. It's also known as a clothing pin. And you put it here, and it keeps it open. So if you're trying to, for example, read notes, or you're trying to paint, or you're trying to write, you're just trying to keep it open while you're working with it, you use a good old-fashioned clothing pin. Another hack is tape. In addition to using tape to make tabs, I also put it on the back side of a piece of paper if I want to paint. And so I'm able to paint on one side, and then on the back side of that, I'm able to put tape so the paper has some more integrity to it. And then again, when it comes to tape, I like to carry tape around with me. And so if I need tape, I have it right there available. And the way that I carry it around is I'll put one thick piece, it's wide from here to here, and then I'll take two thinner pieces, so like packing tape and then scotch tape, and then I'll just do a little corner fold over so I can just peel it off. And those are my favorite hacks. So just to review, I like doing a page number, I like doing a table of contents, a pen loop, index cards, sticky notes, extra ribbon, tape tabs, labeling the spine when I'm done, C-clip, packing tape to paint, and then tape on tape so I can carry it around. One final bonus hack is if I want to use a template. So let's say that I have an unlined book and I want to have lines. Well, whatever it is, I will have this template and I can put it underneath the page that I'm writing on, and these pages are generally thin enough where you can see through, and then I can write on top of it and I can see the lines. Now you can also do any other grid or dot or different kind of lineage or pattern that you want. So those are the hacks we got for you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Should I tell people to go to the site? Go to the site, arunlabs.com. Next hack is, I call it a C-clip. You can also just call it a clothing clip. And